Good morning. It is what's in the bag time for 2025. Let's start with the driver and work our way down. Mizuno ST Max stiff shaft. 10.5 degrees. The only thing I've changed on this is I've had a 58 round Tor Velvet put on, because they put on a 60 round lambkin as standard, and that is too fat for these little fingers. Pro changed the grip on this. He said you wouldn't believe how many people I have fitted into this driver this year, the past 12 months, and then because it's the longest and the straightest for them, and then they've gone and bought the TaylorMade or the Callaway to follow the fashion. You're missing out. 3 wood and 5 wood. These are brand new. The driver I paid 60% of retail for. These I paid 70% of retail. They're not selling because they're not fashionable. Goodness knows why. So the 3 wood is 15 degrees with a stiff. The 5 wood is 18 degrees with a regular. I always prefer a regular in the 5 wood just to get that extra height. Again, I've had the grips changed, and I think it's about time to, do you know what, I'm at the age where if anything's wrapped in plastic, I've had it. I can't get into it. Bear with me for one moment. So ST Max again. A beautiful club, and now without a condom, so I can go and use it. 2 hybrids, or Ladyboy if you prefer. 19 degree and a 22. Very forgiving. So now I've got the 4 hybrid. The 4 iron is out of the bag, and it may well stay out of the bag. There's been a couple of times actually where I've thought I could really use my 4 iron here, and all I've got is a 5 iron or a hybrid which hits the ball in the air, which is what they're designed to do really. They're designed to help us out. The shaft in both of these is a 75 gram regular. Irons. Yes, I've used iron head covers for 20 years. It keeps them looking nice. Now, somebody said to me, you want to throw them away and get some battle scars. But why would I want my very expensive £1,200 golf clubs to look like crap? Beats me. And it's still got all the grooves on because it's got head covers on. It's the MP18 MMC. What does MMC stand for? It stands for multi-material construction. So they drill a hole in this end and they stick some tungsten in, so that moves the MOI. And then in the middle here, they cut a channel in the mild steel, heat it up so it's hot and expands. They pop in a piece of titanium and then cool it down, and then it grips the titanium. What's the point of all this? Well, the tungsten puts some mass behind the ball when you hit it off the toe. Removing some steel and putting in a lighter material makes the sweet spot bigger. I say makes the sweet spot bigger. The sweet spot on an MP18 full blade is about the size of a 5p piece, or a dime if you're an American. If you go for the full Game Improver iron, the size is about a 2p piece or a quarter if you're an American. So it's not that much bigger. So the sweet spot in this is just ever so slightly bigger than a 5p piece. The sweet spot being the part of the face of the golf club. If you hit it on that part of the face, the club will not twist at impact. That's what the tungsten's for. If you miss towards the toe, it just helps give you a little bit extra on the ball. Not that I've noticed. Gap wedge, sand wedge. Gap wedge, my pitching wedge is 46. My gap wedge is a 50. It's a Mizuno T7. And my sand wedge is also a Mizuno T7, but with 55 degrees. This face is heavily abused and the sole is heavily worn. Still works though. The most important part of the bag, the putter. This is a Mizuno Domino 8811. Little bit of a cavity back, got a little bit of a heel on it. It hangs almost fully towed down. That's my style of putter. Pretty forgiving with this large cavity back. I bought it in 1990 for £35, and I suppose that was quite expensive at the time. I wouldn't change this for anything. Not a chance. The grip is a Golf Pride. This one's getting a bit worn. I've only got 2 left because they discontinued this grip, and I just went out and bought loads and loads of grips off eBay. I bought every one I could find, so I had about 7 of these. The grip lasts 2.5, 3 years. Ball of choice, well, preferably a brand new Pro V1 that someone just bought in the pro shop 15 minutes ago and then lost in the bushes on the first. You can't beat finds like that. But I do play the Pro V1 2018 model. I've still got 3 dozen left from all that I won back in 2018 and 2019. I was recently asked, do you play Mizuno balls? Well, I do and I don't. These are the MPS. I probably bought these in about 2016. These are the RB Tour balls, which I bought these in 2020. I do remember that. They're absolutely excellent, but they're as rare as rocking horse shit. Hardly anyone sells them, so I just kind of like save them, which is a bit silly really, because these are excellent balls. If these were readily available, I wouldn't touch a Pro V1. I'd play the RB Tour. Glove of choice, Mizuno Elite. Almost totally leather, but not quite. There's a bit on the back of the hand which is synthetic. I used to wear the FootJoy Weathersoft and take 4 of them to Thailand, and after about 4 holes it was starting to slip. It soaked up the moisture, the sweat, the humidity, and at the end of the round I'd have 4 gloves hung up in the golf cart. Then I switched to these. I'm paying $9.99 for one of these. Not only does it last a very long time before it wears out, not only does it not get baggy for a very long time. In the previous Thailand trip, 14 or 15 rounds of golf, whatever it was, I think it was 14, in not one single round did I feel the need to change the glove. In this last trip, the only time I changed the glove was in my 14th round, because it was really humid that day and raining a little bit as well. So I changed the glove once in 15 rounds, whereas with the Weathersoft I was changing the glove 4 times every single round. Yeah, Mizuno Elite, best glove I've ever played with. Rangefinder, Inesis 900. It looks a bit like this. Takes a battery, it's not rechargeable, it's got slope. Pull that out, you're cheating. Push it back in, you're not cheating. It's accurate, it's quick on the flag. So why aren't I using a Go Sport one, seeing as they've sent me them every now and then to test? Well, I got 2 sons who didn't have a rangefinder, so I basically gave them away. I didn't give them away because they were poor, I gave them away because they were good. So that's my rangefinder. Although Go have updated a model and they might send me one, you never know, in which case this will get retired and popped on eBay, no doubt. Right, that's it for what's in the bag 2025. One thing I will say though, the MP18 irons, they do have a very small sweet spot and a 105 gram stiff shaft. When I watch TV and I look to see what the pros are playing, and I see so many pros on TV are playing irons which are a little bit more forgiving than mine, and I think, what the hell am I doing with those? Especially as I'm getting older and a bit slower. So there might be an iron fitting in my future. Not that I want to go the full table tennis racket game improver iron, but a little bit more help would be okay, as long as I don't lose feel. And then something slightly lighter and softer in the shaft. That's it. Any questions? You know where the comments are. Ta-ra.